ったまま寝てたら鷹たちに巣を作られちゃうよ。一回作られたら最後紙から小枝を一本ずつ引き抜くの。結構大変なんだから本当だってば。
まだ日本語だったね。こんにちは。今日は、びっくりした。今日は、リアンノンのキャラストーリーやろうと思います。でもまずは、英語に戻そう。日本語もいいけど、やっぱり、もう、英語に馴染んでるなんだよね。リバースの場合は。他のガチャゲームだと、まあ大体日本語の方が耳に、なんて言うんだろう。慣れてる。日本語の方が慣れてる気がするね。他のゲームだと。でもこのリバースは、英語の方がいいと思う。もちろん日本語もいいと思いますが。まあ。というわけで、これだね。コンスン、アクティビティ。今日リセットなんだよね。あと、リフィットボス。まあいいか。リバースのウィークリーリセットは、月曜日の、夕方5時。そして回線は相変わらずゴミ。いきなり回線ゴミなんだけど。見えない。リフェアオフなのに遅れたんだけど、配信画面。これがあれかな、回線の影響かな。5秒くらい遅れたね。まあいいか。もう戻ったし。じゃあ、これ何？こっちか。ソーラルアクティビティ。ストーリーやります。サルベイのこっちもまだやってないね。スクールの説明などいろいろ。ブラッドタイチなんだ。説明のパーティーは。ブラッドタイチ。まあでもノーティカも強化されてるんだからな。ウルトはまだ。タイムステム。シングルタルケット、ティップレッツ。
Taking a peek inside, ancient spirits of a noon, I beseech you.
適当。
Oh, ancient beings whose wings beat in their nests, I can do this. Shush, will you? Stay away from my buddies. All away from me.
all the way from me. またこれやって。わかんない。正直わかんない。君なんだよね。
Listen to this. Close your eyes. It will all be over soon. Hear me. Our blood will burn. Let's dance with the shadows. Josh, will you? Enough. Stay away from my buddies. Feel like me. Listen to this. Enter the gate and see the light. Agreed. Now, give us a big smile. Enjoy it, friends.
ウルトの子かまであるね。リアンノンの。
One shattered, now remade.
このノーティカのデフォルトのウルトかっこいいんだけど、コスチュームは物足りな感があるんだよね。今ユニークのコスチューム悪くはないけど何かが足りないって感じ。
Agreed. Sensing their enter the gate and see the light. Close your eyes. It will all be over soon. Ancient spirits of a noon, I beseech you. Huh. Very well.
15しかいない。
One shattered, now remade.
黙ってないね。血が。
Sensing they're taking a peek. Fledglings, time to fly. That was certainly a choice. Though it may come with pain. This should do the trick. Trust me, it won't hurt.
21。
Rotten luck.
25しかない。
Feel like making some new pointy-toothed friends? One of my best moves. Fledglings, to listen to this. Sensing their thought enter the gate and see the light. Now, give us a big smile.
ルブスか。なんかいつもなんだけどさ、リバースのストーリーって結構暗くない？みんな。ルブスカも家族みんな戦争で死んじゃったしさ、こっちのセメルワイスも、ね、吸血になったし、ノーティカも体が キメラになったし、リアノンは、リアノン本そのものはまだわかんないけど、もともとメールなんだから。
The flock is ready. I hope you like it. One of my best moves. Agreed. Fletchlings, time to fly. This is no ordinary thing. Ancient spirits of a noon, I beseech you.
正直やり方わかんない。このみんなのスキル適当にやってる。だいたいオートバトルでやってるからな。いつもオートバトル面倒だから。
One of my best moves, fletchlings. Time to fly. Slosh, slosh. Listen to this. Agreed. Enter the gate and see the light. Hear me.
23.
This should do the trick.
今1時12分か。
Enjoy it, friends. Very well. One shattered, now remain.
ダメージ少ないね。やり方当たってないから。ちゃんとしてないからね。このバフとかさ、いくつずっと使ってなくてもいいなんだよね。
Sensing their thoughts, taking a peek inside. Face the truth. I hope you like a splash of red. Feel like making some new point. Agreed. Enter the gate and see the light. Close your eyes. It will all be over soon. Now, give us a big smile.
ブブスカのスキルもいいなんだよね。影を操る。
One shattered, now remain.
あと少し。遅いっすよ。
The flock is ready. So am I. Sensing their thoughts, taking a That was certainly a choice. Ancient spirits of a noon, I beseech you. Though it may come with pain. A little surprise.
Yeah. オルト以外ダメージ感じてないな。
Fletchlings, one of my best moves. Agreed. Slosh, slosh. Listen to this. Enter the gate and see the light. Oh, ancient beings whose wings beat in their nests. A flurry of arcane skills.
Our blood will burn.
Let's dance with the shadows. How about a game of hide and seek?
One shattered, now remain.
Shattered.12ラウンド。遅い。はい、じゃあ、ストーリーやります。リアノン。ちっちゃいリアノンじゃん。ストーリーはちゃんとリアノンの方なのかな？リアノンかもしれない。リアノンだと思う。メレルじゃないな。メレルの話も欲しいなんだけど。読みたいんだけど、知りたいんだけど。The Young Traveler。じゃあ、見ましょうか。ちなみにキャラストーリーはボイスないんだよね。イベントストーリーと、メインストーリーはいつもあるなんだけど、キャラストーリーだけ、全部、ボイスない。Hotelier, a single room will be 4 coins a night. Breakfast delivered to your door will be 1 coin extra. 4 coin. Alright, that makes 5. Siguro. Behang. Rhiannon opens her coin purse and lets a few coins spill in her palm. Adar Gwyn fledging. The fledging purse upside down on her one. Spot the glints of treasure and stretch out the snatch. Yamero.
Stop it.
Kawaii. She flicks the purse still tender beak. The fledging gives an indigent little shake.
Please allow me.
We don't turn away anyone here, which is shaman's truths. Why even vampires will get clean cozy beds if they have the coin for it. Which is shaman druid. He glanced at the 2 otherly queens.
That'll be an extra charge.
But those will be 2 coin extra.
It's all too much.
No, that's too much. Oh, how about this? I'll clean the room before I go. You won't find so much as a single feather. Promise. A soft gray drifts onto the counter, molting season strikes again. Where we go? You know, you once had a guest who insisted on bringing his sepulture inside. The water horse nearly flooded the whole room. Charged him for an entire new set of bedding I did. Be glad I'm only charging a coin per parrot.
They're not parrots.
They're not parrots. She must under her bed battery lens, setting 7 gleaming coins on the counter. The lion cub stamped on them, roared silently at him. It's a Sarpodonte. Ningen ni sky-nine da yo ne. Sarpodonte. And what would this be, miss? Sarpodontes. I know what they are, but we only take shillings, miss. Shillings. Kochi no kane shillings. This town may not bar its doors to arcanists, but it's far from being the witch's fairy inn. Sarnarfonte. Machin namai? Sarpodontes have never passed for legal tender in the mundane world. Folks around here are more familiar with the king's profile, looking back at them as opposed to snapping lion. Kamareru zo. Ningen ga Sarpodontes kau to. She smiles said peacefully and began digging through her bag. Spare clothes, biscuit, a jar of chocolate spread, so many items yet not a trace of any human accepted coins.
Miss?
You have a ceilings, don't you, miss? Of course I do. It's just... She scratched her cheeks, embarrassed. My man threw me out, you see. It was all so sudden. I didn't really have the chance to pack proper money. Oh, main story no Suzuki なんだね。So you haven't any them. I Kaiser. He pushed the subordinates back to her. Best you go home and patch things up with your mom while they're still there. Like better that than spending a night in the stable with your parent. Oh, I know. How about I help you out around the hotel instead? She's not ready to give up on cozy bed just yet. And plenty of handy arcane skills, boiling water without fire, prepping ingredients without a knife, and making a bed before you can even fluff the pillows. なんかランダムなスキル使ってるね。With all due respect, miss, this isn't some pragmatics office. I won't be responsible for putting my neighbors out of job. Pragmatis. You know, pragmatism, it's all the rage with those big shots in London. The doctor himself doesn't fully understand the debates he's read about in the papers. The buzzword leaves Rhiannon Rex typified. No, what's all the fuss
Mrs.
about?
Owen!
This young witch here trying to check in without a ceiling to her name. That's not, I wasn't trying to. The old woman raised a finger to her lips. Come now, we don't make scenes at the front desk. Think of the other guests. This Mrs. Owen waves her hand. Go help in the kitchen, I'll take care of this. The elder gives a respectful nod and steps away from the counter. His difference speaks volume about the woman.
It's only that.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cause any trouble. I just found out by Dobrachitri. Well, were you? Found out by Dobarchu. Eh? お母さんの名前なの? What? A bit of mouthful for mouse, but to Rhiannon that name carries a very different weight. You know. That I do. Also had to with Ivan, the little Quen later. Why Ivan went all the way to London to help Thomas get his hands on the latest bicycle. Tare. Rhiannon's mother, father, cousin, and uncle, and that Cyrillian bicycle she'd fallen off it once herself. Rhiannon の家族なんだ。お母さん。こっちはお母さんね、お母さんの名前。お母さん、Ivan, Cici ね。Talk little Quen her letters. Cousin. And I even went all the way to London to help Thomas, Uji-san, to get his hands on the latest bicycle. Her eyes are white as saucers. And you little Adeline, well, not so little now, I suppose. How have you been all these years? Old enough to travel on your own now, aren't you? Adeline. Full name Dobarchu I will 読み方わからん I have been secluded for so long and yet you still know my name. I take it you are not fond of the family. The otherly queen dangling from her one stares at Mrs. Owen as though trying to burn a hole right through her. Hey, quit your staring, it's terribly rude. It's quite alright, dear. I'm glad to see you and these little birds are getting along better now. Last time we met, you were little more than a babbling babe. And they were chasing you all over the place. Suzutara, kawaii. And how I missed the seeing the tie-wheel, children and their birds and their fair laughter and chirps filling the streets. Your family was quite the prominent one back then. Had the big estate right outside of town, not like now. Huh? Mrs. Owen gets herself a moment too late. Forgive me, dear. You need a room for the night, don't you? Yes, Clint will drop me off. I have to, I guess you could call them friends. We agreed to meet here in town. Ah. ソネットとフェルティンまだこの町に着いていないのか。Oh, that tells the birds is sending you off without so much as shilling. I'd love to put you up for the night, but once word gets out...
I see.
Don't worry, I understand, Mrs. Owen. Rhiannon picks up her bag and gives a small bow.
Where are you off to then?
Madam,
The ruins just outside town, ma'am. My friends and I will sometimes spend the night there when we were little. My friends, これは美版たちのことなんだね。That won't do. That won't do at all. Mrs. Owen takes her hands gently. Rest here a while, have some tea and biscuit. And if you're tired, just let me know. And I'll show you to the break room. This Rhiannon hesitated. Mrs. Owen would carry a familiar warmth, yet they haven't seen each other in so long. So long, in fact, that Rhiannon can find so much as a trace of her in her memory. I know it's been so long, I must seem like a right stranger to you, but we've got plenty of time to get reacquainted now, don't we? Come, have a seat. You can tell me about yourself, your remarkable little birds, or even your mean old witch of a mother, if you'd like. She's complained to me more times than I can count, said you never wanted to set out on your journey, and yet here you are. So where has our little table bird decided to fly off to? Hearing the secret she'd only ever told her mother, spoken back to her setters what's left of her
how could
defense.
she do this?
I can listen. Mother's behavior.
Here's the thing.
Guess you might as well hear the whole thing then. It all started that morning, the day before my birthday. And flashback. Comes a gentle wind. これ、米飯か。米飯じゃないな。米飯ってちっちゃいの方なんだよね。袋幕の方はミニゲームなのかな？ Comes a gentle wind. こういうキャラストーリーはだいたい1時間半とか1時間半くらいなんだよね。2時間とか。Here I am listed at the cliff on the earth, beseeching anyone's mercy. I offer my flesh as pledge. Grant me sight of this world and the world beyond. これ、その、動物の目から、見ようとしてるの魔法。Skill. Her eyes met another's in the darkness, flashing with golden hue. Nothing, not so much as breathe. By the mirror, like shimmers across the water. The giant bird, half translucent tail feathers, catch the color of it and quiver. Clinder. Did it work? Did the bond form? Adeline. The bird stares back at her without response. Again, did I miss the incantation of somehow? Where did I go wrong? 契約のスキルかな、さっき。She draws a deep breath and points her wand at the lake. Water, change the water. The calm lake ripples as her incantation spreads across it. Then the water churns and what rises from its surface is no longer mist. Colorful crystallized bubble float upward and the retractance with the shadows on her face. The other strikes green tracks the rising bubble with white eye, with but a flap of her wings. Taking the three missing with them. Otherly queen fledging. Namay nagai na. The little bird beats its wing to take off from the wand and settle atop Aderin's head. Stop it. She lifts the fledgling from her hair and holds it close. I still can't bond with Clinder. A travel of 16 months journey far. Soyukimari nanda. With a blessing and dear companion psych. How am I to carry on the tradition if I can't so much as... With a sigh, she returns the little birds to her wand. Then she turns to face the still silent Clinder.
Am I not good enough?
You still won't save me. Am I still not worthy, Clinder? Is that it? Aderin murmurs her words as she strokes the otherly queen's smooth feather, just as she done after each of her many failed attempts before. Clinder looks down at the dejected little witch and lets out a rumble unbefitting of a bird. Nothing for it but to keep trying, I suppose. But that inner door as ever stays shut. Let's go home, Clinder. Clinder steps obediently onto the ground, letting Aderin climb onto his back. Oh, 一応、なんて言うんだろう。完全に、なんて言うんだっけ。まあ、アデレのこと嫌いってわけじゃないし。アデレのこと、リアノン。乗せれるんだしね。飛べるんだし。飛んでいいのか。They'll take the garden. 乗せない、飛ばないとかと思ったよ。契約まだしてないから。A sudden thudding against the wooden door startles the drowsy bird shuffling under the eaves of an otherwise quiet orchard. The fine chocolate rattles under the impact, no longer strong enough to contain the fearsome glitter liquor, which promptly rolls its small and rotten form. Oh, Chichai. The freshly hatched, its feather wings still wet and sticky. Even the hatchling waddles out for an adventure. Clay Oki Ho. As if sensing trouble on the breeze, it rolls its round little body to one side only to bump straight into the path of the very trouble it was avoiding. The hatchling lets out a shrill chirp as the gust from clean their wings sends it tumbling toward the bell. Before it can fell into the ice cold water, though, a hand catches it. You. She cups the tiny creature in her palms and looks it over, incredulous. Unlike Linder's solid beak, this one is half translucent, like a horse chestnut, but catching the early spring light, well curved and new. A newborn elderly queen. Yeah.
What winds brought you here, little
But
one?
the nesting box has been empty for years. What been brought you here to land? But the nesting box been at Kyune Arawaritano. It wriggles furiously, but there's no escaping the practiced bird trainer hands. Don't care for being called little lad, do you? I didn't unbothered by the sticky membrane coating the plump little bird. Pinch both wings delicately and flips it over.
Oh,
Oh, a girl. Do pardon me, miss. Behang mesu なんだね。じゃあ、この、レジンと呼ぼう。How about behang? behang. A hatchling this young has no understanding of her language, so the gesture is just a silly tribble. But the little critter struggles again, and tender as it looks, her beak is already sharp enough to draw faint lines across her palm. Irene pulls her hand back. The hatchling sees the moment and lifts her wings wide, only to crash helplessly to the ground. Behan rolls across the ground without any coordination, causing itself to pick up a solid coating of dust and debris. Behan. Irene scoops up the pitiful creature and brushes her off. Not so fun being covered in dirt, is it? He looks at Behan with a bemused, almost maternal smile. The damp membrane and dust have mixed into clumps of mud, caking her wings. Don't worry, little Behan, I'll get you tidied right up. Time to take a bath. She cleans the hatchling in some well water warm with Draco Draw. Then tries her delicate dawn with Flame Flurry. Mahunan. Skill nanti. Arcane skill. Using water warmed. Oh, Draco Draw. Mizu wa tatameru skill nano ka. Then tries her delicate dawn with Flame Flurry. Suzushi Kaze. Nanka, nante yun daro. Breeze. Small breeze. Flame of Flurry. 3 years without a hatchling to tend to, yet Ren still remember every step. 3 years? 3 years without hatchling. 3 years. 3年前はレジンのことなのかな? The little bird sleepily sunbathing atop her wand is proof enough of that. It's sunny in London for a change. Okasan? Mama nada. You should come to the witch's fair sometimes, I didn't. I'm certain you'd enjoy it. A voice attempting to speak with warmth yet unable to conceal the stiffness beneath comes through the oil and grit-clouded water. Oh, this water is positively filthy. What have you been up to? Are nanda. 水で連絡しているなんだね。そういうスキルもあるなんだね。Adrian leans over the basin and stirs the water through which her mother is speaking, then carries the sleepy little behang over to it. I found her today, right outside the coop. Today? But which could she be? Dobarchu touches her chin as she looks past her daughter to the giant perch standing silent behind her. Clean door? He replies with a huff. I'll get to the bottom of this. Remember to keep her warm. Got it. When will you return? The subject change is far from graceful, but when it comes to her mother, nothing ever is. Soon. Soon dates now. A soft bell chimes through the water. The pursuit has stepped into the quiet store. I'm picking out some things for you to take on your journey. It's almost time after all. My journey. A new one, a 10 enchanted with space expansion, or you could pick your own, whatever you'd like. A 10 enchanted with space expansion. あれだね、ハリーポッターみたいなやつ。A new one ってことは、13のスーツケースもがもっとこういう魔法の強化同じ種類なんだけどもっと強いのスキルかもしれないね。I'd like I couldn't possibly ask for anything. I don't have to go, man. I felt again. I didn't spot open and such as she struggles to find the words she wants to say.
Could you tell me? Was I not brave enough?
Was I too cowardly, the night? Is that why Cleaner still won't bond with me? 夜が怖いなの? Rhiannon.暗闇が怖いなのかな? The growing pain. Part 3. Poor thing. Mrs. Owen taps the corner of her eye with a handkerchief. I remember that night, the night the critical family scattered to the winds. なんか事故あったのかな。だからなんかトラウマになったとか。Rhiannon, like leaves fallen from an oak tree. I helped the surviving tables move after the poachers had been driven off. なんか攻撃されたってことか。Some stayed in this very hotel until their new homes were built. Others traveled further, Cardiff, Dublin, London, some even crossed the pond. Willow とかもしかしてWillow の名前誰だっけ覚えてないなみんなの本名覚えてないな。It was just Dobarchi that hid away with the birds and you. Mrs. Owen picks a bilberry from the fruit dish and holds it up to behind pigs. I know just how hard it is for a teenager to live the same day over and over. My own daughter could hardly stay put for 3 days without getting restless. Your mother said you were only a child then, and you did everything you could. Why would you think that you weren't brave enough? Why would you think that you weren't brave enough? 同じこと言ってるね。If only I'd been braver, if I hadn't frozen, if I hadn't been thrown from the fight. Could I have saved them? Would that still be that? 友達
Darren.
The virgin smells fades and she says her name with an almost scolding tone. You were 12 years old. 12 years old ってことは、3年4年前かな。この時間から。いや。リアンの16年になったのは、フェルティンたちと会った時なんだから、今はまあ、16になった前かな。だからちょっと必死で、クリンドルと契約したいという、そういうことかもしれない。ってことは、これは3年前くらいか。This should never have been your burden to bear. 3年前ってことは、レジンも、その時、なぜ、ついてるとか、見つけたてが。This will never been your burden to bear. You always shut me out like this, like I wasn't even part of it. What if even if there is only one chance in 1,000, even 10,000? What if I could have defeated those poachers? I didn't. もしかして、ポーチャーって、あれマヌスのこと？ The water sloughed out of the basin and her words dissolved into the spillage. Adrian pursed her lips and steps back, pulling her feet away from the dirty water creeping towards her. In the end, nothing comes out. After a moment, she turns toward the fading sunlight, pushes open the orchard gate, and walks into the woods without looking back. また悲しい話なんだけど、みんな悲しい話マジで。Years of neglect have seen nature reclaim the path to the place she once called home. Now she struggles through the waist-high grass, guided only by moonlight. まだ少しマシ話は、トゥースフェイリーかな。トゥースフェイリー本人は別に不幸わけでもないんだよね。トゥースフェイリーの家族もまだみんな元気だったし、せいぜいあれなんだよな。トゥースフェイリーがトゥースフェイリーにやられたという。うっかりトゥースフェイリーを余生を食べちゃったから、なんか歯がみんな抜かれた。あれくらいなんだよね。あと、トゥースフェイリーの不幸の話だと、ちょっと大人になった後なんだよね。ストームの前、事件の時、みんなのために万能の薬を作ろうとしたんだけど、トゥースフェイリーの先生が、まあ、悪人なんだけど、それくらいなんだよね。過去の話なんですけど、まあ、現在の話だと、まあ、ストームとかいろいろあるから、みんな不幸と言ったら不幸なんだよね。嫌な話。悲しい話なんだよ。Hadirin. Rhiannon. She pushes away the wild overgrowth. The rustling sounds rolls outward in waves all the way to the forest edge. リアンノンってあれ、なんだよね。多分。あだ名。で、アデリンは本名。アデリン T will か、なんだか読み方わからない。Cleander, are you there? A cold gleam of moonlight sweeps across the empty corner behind her and disappears.
That night,
Just like back then. A moonless night with a chilly breeze. I would have been bumbling around in the dark if it weren't for my arcane skills glow. 光の魔法。まあこれも基礎のスキルなんだよね。I offer my flesh as pledge grant me sight of. ちっちゃいアデリン。メレルもこの見た目なんだろうね。This world and the worlds beyond. Adeline stumbles through the incantation and energy pours out from the tip of the bird's branch. The arcane skill forms a string of incomprehensible symbols, then sinks into cleaner feathers. Well, did it work, Cleaner? For a moment, her eager face illuminated not by moonlight but by an arcane clue. The bonding, it worked, right? Please tell me it worked. Not worked. He raised his wings and brings his feather ruffled by arcane energy. Kawaii. Aden closes her eyes. She tries to shut out the world, tries to perceive with her heart, and yet これのね、契約したら、クリンドルの目から、見えるなんだよね。There is nothing to perceive. Her elders had always said the incantation flows between witch and their wounded elderly queen. But where there should be a stream, she can feel only the void space between them. 今更なんだけどさ、このアダルリクイーン、クリンダー、米飯とレジンもいつかこういうクリンダーみたいにでかくなったってことなのかな。進化し方違うのかな。みんな同じなのかな。クリンダー silence treasure mate. Her cheeks puff and her arms fling outward an attempt at some kind of body language.
you little skinflint!
怒ってる。I thought we were friends, but you won't even let me borrow your sight. Is a bird's eyes view too much to ask for? 怒ってる。Don't you kill me. I'm not forgiving you. You big bird brain. She slams to the ground with a half cleaner, looks down at her, then settles to give her a soft wall of feathers to rest against. 優しいね、クリンダルも。この時からずっと、アデリのこと、リアンナのこと、普通に、ちゃんとしてるなんだね。And just like that, all is forgiven. 仲良しなんだね。Is it because you think I'm not strong enough? But I've already mastered 32 arcane skill. That's got to count for something. Cleaner huffs out of warm breath. Adeline can read the incredulous. Really? Written on his face. Oh, Cleaner はオスなんだね。He had, after all, been there the day she burnt off her father's eyebrows with a dragon trap. ドラゴントラフって水だけじゃなくて普通に火出せるスキルなんだ。Alright, master might be a stretch, but I'm still really strong, aren't I? Why? One day I'll be as strong as the goddess Rhiannon herself. Goddess Rhiannon. よくこの名前使ってるね。Hadirin. Hadirin makes cookies of makes fish and swing it through the air.
What?
A very close catch from horizontal beyond the surrounding trees. Another explosion, red and orange gloom across the sky. For a moment, her mind goes blank, then adrenaline yanks her back. That's no. Clear quick, fly back without me. Without a moment's hesitation, he spread his wings and vanished into the night. Adeline later legs like the knee-high grass as he springs toward the blazing sky. He still clings to a thread of hope. But the fire swallowing her home threatened to burn that thread up away. Fire. That man, Gwen. The sight of strangers stops her from calling out any more loved one's name.
Stop right there!
As Tyler said, don't let her get away. She tightens her grips on her birch branch. Sento? What the? Minigames. Oh, join Rhiannon her adventure. Kawaii. 何これ? Select what to do each day. Praise it, imitate the dance. During the adventure, you may encounter enemies in battle and lose HP. Your adventure will end when HP reaches 0. Survive a certain number of days to complete the adventure. Hachinichi. Kawaii. クリックできないんだけど、これってこのアバターってバトルのチビアバターなんだよね、多分。同じなんじゃね？同じなのかな？ You come upon a walking willow, dancing with its own branch. Every silver span and turns of its supple path seems to follow some incredible hidden rhythm. Harvest Festival, Grand Blessing, the dance conjures scene after stirring scene in your mind, and you can't help but to stop and watch. Imitate the dance, praise it. Max XP minus 10% acquire one skill. Jupa, でかいね。かわいい。歩きモーションもあるなんだから、微妙に違うかもしれない。バトルのプライツと。Carry the way you start dancing along in imitation. Perhaps humans simply are not parties. For try as you might, you dance like a strand of cup. The walking willow, once absorbed in its dance, stops and stares at you. It lets out shriek of disgust. 怒られてる。With your scenes with a bird's branch and stomps off. Clutching your leg, you savor the joy of the dance you just said. You seems to have had a moment of enlightenment. Chilling breeze spell. When ice crystal are triggered, enemy magic lower for max XP up, follow trigger. 適当に選んじゃった。まだ読んでなかったのね。Clutching your luggage over the friction charge. 何このスキル。まだちゃんと読んでないんだけど、さっき Max HP そのものなんだ。Selected skill. Follow up trigger one bolt of lightning. Do you find enormous footprints in the mud beneath the foliage? Most a gap in wonder. You measure it out, estimating the size of whatever made it. You tremble as you turn around to see several fledgling blinking back at you, apparently strangers to the very idea of fear. Defense plus 10%, recover HP. Gimana kah? Sneak ahead. You motion for the fledgling to keep quiet and fledglings together and follow the tracks as the scent of creatures grow triggers your heartbeats faster. The owner of the footprints, a fuzzy creature with enormous feet and body smaller than a sharp final size itself. It turns its head clearly more nervous than you are. One leap with those big feet and it's gone. Awkwardly you pick a tuft of creature fluff off the ground. It looks like fine enchanting materials. You find an enormous footprint in the mud beneath the foliage. 同じなんだけど。You tremble as you turn around to see several fledgling playing at your place. 同じなんだけど。同じ。Another ordinary day. Safety first on the road. Getting your teeth, you dig into your savings and buy a shop. Humanity greatest strength is the use of tools. Your heart now brims with sense of security. Become a walking willow dancing. 同じなんだね。Max HP plus, max HP minus. Minus 10%. Mata skill Toro. Plus for 50 raise when entering battle. When ice crystal trigger enemy magic down. Repose rate. Repose なくない? When ice crystal trigger. You've heard treasure is buried here. After hours of violence, of laying a mysterious hollow suddenly opens up the deep soil. Thrilled, you dig deeper and deeper until a various creatures burst out its waste centuries and then start gnawing on your stomach. Through some panic communication, you discover you have caved in the creature's home. Apologize and leave. Acquire 2 novice skill. Help repair it. Acquire 1 expert skill. Kill stricken, you pick your trouble back and help the creature rebuild its littleness. The creature is delighted with your handiwork and gives you some hide used to line its bedding. You unroll the hide and find it records an arcane skill more esoteric than any you've ever seen. When reposting, trigger ice crystal, boost defense, and may freeze enemies. Basic attack have chance to trigger ice crystal, boost defense, and may freeze basic attacks. Lightning hits have a trigger thunderstorm. Continue. Day 7. Safety first, humanity strength, defense plus. Okay. Size should be cruel clash the enemy starts off frighteningly strong. Luckily that momentum won't last. Battle. Enemies ahead, round 1. Auto battle なんだ。round 2. スキルどこなん？今スキル使ってる？よくわからないけど。The Darkest Hour 時間かかりそうだな、ミニゲームの方。ミニゲーム ちょっと時間かかる。Table estate. Her father used to say with a smile that fire was the greediest child of all. I didn't never agreed, for she had the biggest appetite, the most strength, and the sturdiest body. How could a few little flames rival the greatest level of all them all? Dad, Mom, where are you? The door frame edged with the hate of generation of table children, the birthhouse built to mark their first adorably green such day. The oak tree her mother had brought all the way from her hometown when it was just a sapling. The heat and smoke forced tears from her eyes. You were right, Dad. It really is the greediest. She staggers toward the blaze. The arcane Percy conjures barely reached her skin before it surged away. Oh. The flames devouring the manor taunt her with a crackling and groans of long dried wood. Where is everyone? Lindor? Lindor. The bird's cry cuts through the heavy smoke, lighting a sliver of pale moonlight fall on the center of the fire. Head. She turns away from her original path and veers toward the heart of the flame. Stay back. なんで手って読んだのTed. Tedって何？その英語のまた別の呼び方？お父さんという意味なのか？ She halts. There is something in his soul, something wrecked and broken that she's never heard from him before. His controlled face is covered in sweat and blackened by smoke. She can't help but take 2 steps forward, her eyes trying to see past the flames. Her foot gets something soft. Gwen. Her cousin lies still on the scorched earth. Her lovely red locks are now charred and brittle. She's curled up as if slumbering. No, she's clutching something small and grey. Its young feathers that once cut through winds and cuffed the lights, are now limp and dull. Gwen, get up, you have to run. Iron voice scrapes against her throat like a rusted blade. She rubs her eyes with shaky hands, trying to see through the wall of fire. Run! But she pushes through the flames and sees everything. Every stretch of hope turns to ash and blows away on the wind. She can't make out the dark silhouette of some other table amid the flames. Some are standing while others, like Gwen, have fallen. Her mouth grabs as if to scream, but nothing comes out. She's an arcanist. Oh, yeah. 人間なのか? Adrian spins around the slumbering incandescent. She casts clumsily and unpracticed. They slump to the ground, but their eyes close for a moment, only a moment. They stagger back up and raise their arms towards her. Their smoke-ridden eyes blaze out of their arch-covered face like something. Are you gonna let a little breath get the best of you? The outsiders burst into laughter as if burning home was nothing more than bonfire to them. Her father struggles against his restraint, but the enchanted rope holds him fast. Yeah! まあ、アーケン道具使ってるじゃん。 I didn't raise her one breathless, only to find that Spark have already reduced her friends to charcoal. Dad, how touching. We could let her go, of course. A sinister grin spreads across his face. You call yourself protector, but just how far do those ideals extend, I wonder. Quite the flocks you've got there. Invincibility, speed, loyalty, and Rhiannon can keep to the modern world. Worth a whole air fleet. The lots of them are.
One of you survive for each
Will let
one
one
of
of
the
you
birds
for
you
each
give
one
up.
of こいつだ The birds. Her gaze shifts toward Clinder, the strongest adult elderly queen of the elderly. Her father's friend and partner, her guardian and playmate. Darren. His voice is helpless, resigned. It's the same sort of half scolding, half indulgence I see her whenever she misbehaves.
Get her out of here!
Clinder, get her out of here. Clinder may reach there. The giant bird surged upward in one sweep of wings. Before Darren can even react, her color is yanked from behind. Stop. Her struggles only make the bird beat its wing harder.
Put me down! I'm not leaving!
She knows it's no use. A full-grown elderly queen can fly faster than even the strongest of chaos. Through teary eyes, Darren watched her homo. Matchless green turning burning red disappear from fear. After my flash splash green cycle then. Oh, こんな状況で契約をしようとしてる。Clear open his talons as he comes down from landing, letting Darren tumble into the soft grass. He folds his wings and stands over her. Like a proud grey oak, his golden eyes are looking down on the weeping girl. Oh, just go. She pulls herself up from the grass and shoves at the giant with all her strength, but Darren can't move.
I'm fine!
Nothing.
Save them! Please! Go!
Her broken glass scattered in the wind, clean the golden bubbles narrow into pinpoints. He opened his wings just a little and moved instantly toward the trembling girl. Yasashi ne. Please. I didn't reach her tear-streaked hand to lay the Mackenzie's beak. I could see Darren a long, sympathetic look. Then he spread his wing wide. The resulting gust rolls across the sea of grass like a tide as he takes to the now moonlight sky and flies back toward the rising smoke and orange glowing. ちゃんと他のみんな助けようとしてるね、Clinder. Darren crumbles into the ground, his left with only the crisp midnight wind to comfort her. It tears her heart open and through it they wail together. Minigame リセットされてるね。Walking Willow. First one petal. Quarantine pose. First round fires 1. Flying like every 2 rounds. All flying likes have a chance to triggering lightning. At start of run if it's been recovered. Plum white mushroom dot earrings, grass 4 to green 4. You know the legend, they call it a fairy rings. A band of fae with unreadable tempers had a strange domain waiting for a mortal to step inside. You get to this run adorable mushroom and your heart fully recover HP, max HP. Oh, Pick and eat. You spend long while carefully picking them. So you can't stop, but surely there's no harm grabbing little snack. Picking them, then move the boy. A delicate several your tongue, you feel like enough to float as if you're very solving that. But the floating keeps your nose safe. Before long, you broke up every last crab. Not even Arcanis can get away with careless foraging. The tone yourself you do as the story legends to sit cross-legged beneath a waterfall and meditate. You soon cast a barrier in is unable to bear the pounding water, but after a while your defensive arcans class sharpen considerably. Safety procedure you dig into saving by shield. 15なんだけど長くない？ This is heavy. スパイなんだけどマイナスもあるんだ。Your recent devices for berries, luckily they aren't too sour. Lucky day. You'll prepare fresh milk for the fledglings. The wild berries you mix seems to hold some marvelous power as the fledglings' feathers have grown closer. What a lovely surprise. You've reached level 2. Repose rate, magic, at level 1 if HP minus. Magic. Magic minus. Oh yeah. You'll perform for the fledgling, perhaps something was off with the cranium. Throw it all back up. Well, it really wasn't your cooking. Lucky draw. You reach in the bushes, berries again. Basic attack have chance triggering 2 bolts of lightning. Start of run. Represent such large amount. Kogeki. You reach in the bushes, luckily they aren't too sour. You have an enormous footprint in the mud beneath the foliage. Several pledging. Probably strangers. Magic, Devin plus recover. Curiosity kills more than cats. You know yourself and just no wish to go fledgling. You hug your own heart in the opposite direction. Let Brave Soul climb the fame of Discovery Legends. Lucky day. Here it passes. Get fire then a piece. Triggers 1 bolt each round. Like the follow up red bolt. Berries, fire the night. And unavoidable skirmish. Down. Battle. Jago. Reach level 5. Recover HP at the end of the first 3 round. Magic. Continue. A glorious dynamist of the hand will really make fight. Attack. Kawaii. Willing exile. Oyatsu も出るんだけど、おやつ食べながら読みます。As this chapter of her tale comes to an end, the room falls into stunned silence. I'm so sorry, my dear. It must have been terribly painful to remember that night. For one Mr. Owen composer fails her. She fumbles between reaching for either her handkerchief or Rhiannon's hand, yet she manages neither. You've done nothing wrong, child. 子供なんだからね。Running from the fire trying to find your family was not a mistake. Neither was surviving it. Rhiannon could still. That's what Ma'am told me. Adeline ears flush as she thinks of how stubborn she'd been, wondering at how long she had misunderstood those words. 今はちゃんと分かってるのか。よかったね。ちなみにこれ、チャウェイという食べ物を食べてる。チャウェイ。インドネシアの料理かな。パンみたいなものなんだけど。
What happened next?
聞いてるのかお前。びっくりした。ホテルの人聞いてるのかいや。The little but in hand yet engrossed in the story moves reflectively to refill her cup. Right, sugar? No thank you. As for what happened next, all the smoke I'd breathed in left me quite ill, so the days that followed were mostly spent in bed. By the time I recovered, Mom had already taken care of everything. You wouldn't have even known there was fire from the look of it. Even that a great smoky stench had disappeared, replacing by something so sterile, it felt unnatural. Where am I? Erin pulled herself out of bed, a makeshift thing of wood planks and pile of fur so thick one might mistake her for the self-same protagonist of The Princess and the Pea. 知らないその物語。話。Ma'am. Mom. Evelista grins. The first thing she sees when she steps outside is her mother, back turned to her, throwing steps in the air with her wand. She stands at the center of blackened earth, ravaged by fire and grief. A faint arcane glow envelops her fingertip and ripples out. Then a soft tinsel falls from the blue sky, erasing stains and soothing the wounds of the earth. 雨を読んだのか? Mama. Only then does Adrian notice just how scratchy and raw the sounds. The witch pulse, the light at her fingers is fading as she turns. To her eyes are dry, her face home to tranquility that looks forced and exhausting to uphold. It frightens Adrian more than any tear-stained sorrow could. What about the others? What about Glinda and then? She crouched down to meet her daughter. Her white worried eyes. By the time I got back, it was too late. But you're restoring the defensive array. Your father activated in The end. We've been exposed, but anyone who comes sniffing around after deserve what they will find. Her tone matches her face, serene, caring, and unbothered. And yet the words fall on Aderin's heart like cold raindrops from an approaching storm. Despite being widths of water, this is one rain cloud she is powerless to cast away. Witch of water. Aderin world goes silent. Her mouth moves. No sound follows, but salty, warm tears find their way inside. Surprise her body as she curls into herself. The virtue doesn't stop her, nor does she offer any comfort. She simply sits beside her, keeping her daughter at arm's length like a distant, silent hand, bearing the weight of her tears. Ima bagut teru, boys ga. Mae no Moeteru no Toki no boys nandakedo. Her hands rest on her knees, knuckles wide. She waits for the flood to stop surging. Time crawls on once the sobs finally gives way to choke. Brad fades to persistence. Have you cried it all out? Her stark composure leaves Aderin without a refugee. Mom, you... The breather reaches out, not to wipe away her doctor tears, but to brush the last speck of ash from the ends of her hair. Here. This place has nothing left for us. Leave your tears here as well, Aderin. But this is our... The world home is still lingering heavy on her tongue when Toverse offers her hand. The morning light falling on her face hide like a stitchy calm behind all the fatigue. Calm, Aderin. It's time to leave. She looks around at the charred ruin, a home no longer. Leave where to? Somewhere you can learn to breathe again. They passed through valley filled with ancient forest painted in sun-draped shadow, flying fast and far in them to outrun the heartache. At last they arrived. Sorry, I can't tell you exactly where. The road was real long, so long I thought I'd never end. Never end. It didn't even tell you. I remember parting a curtain of vines studded with small white flowers. Ima no ie nandayo ne. The first thing to hit Aderin is the scent of sweet fruit and damp earth, and the sight of sunlight filtering down through the canopy, warm and honeycomb. At the heart of the orchard, beneath the most gnarled of the fruit trees, nests a large feathered form. The bird's wings are folded over his puff body, sheltering a cloud of gray speckled eggs. Legends wa kono toki nano ka? He rests his head against one of them, listening for the faint rhythm of life within. Clean door. The giant bird turns his head, his eyes no longer blazing cold, but instead a calm amber. He meets Aderin gaze. She sees neither reproach or grief in his eyes, only an understanding serenity. Man pleaded here. Does that mean the others? The reply comes like a calm breeze, unbothered, as if snuffed out the last parts of her hopes. We're all that's left, Aderin. Utarito Ipikito Tamago. I don't understand. Went down. また回線くれちゃったよ。When dawn, 先これなんだね。When dawn came, the surviving world was scattered others and born for Cardiff, Dublin, London, even Paris. And we are. Conflict is sweeping the world. Those greedy, fanatical eyes, the same ones you saw that night, will stop at nothing to take all that they can exploit. 1935なんだよね。フェルテンと会った時。で、これ12歳ってことは4年前ってことは1931年の時か。We will not let our dearest companions be made into weapons of war. 31まだ戦争してるのか。回線不安で That's why we must let the otherly queen fade into legend, into myth, whose very existence people will come to doubt. 隠してるってことなんだよね。だから隠してる。It's the only way to protect them and the safest. I know that. I believe so. She looks over to her young daughter and speaks again. The other survivors will move elsewhere with only the necessary memories and a carefully reconstructed story. The other will move somewhere. 記憶操作されてるのか。ってことは名前も変わったかもしれないね。みんな名前変えて、まあいろんな場所に移動して、Willow で Post for Storm。ウィローのストーリーは1921なんだ。で、フラッターページとウィローのイベントストーリーは1936。36なんだ。ウィローもイギリスだからな、United Kingdom、UK なんだからな。同じく Witch。They are witch. They live ordinary lives, guarding the legend of the otherly queen. As for Glinda and I, we will stay here, sheltered by layers of incantation and hidden from the world. For how long? Until time brings us a better answer, or until one is not needed. This is the promise I made to your father. The unfinished work I will carry on in his stead. Her voice grows both softer and more certain. It need not be your past, Aderin. You can write a story that has nothing to do with legends or history. A story that's wholly yours. She paused and then breaks the cold barrier between them to rest her hands on daughter's shoulder. I can't make this choice for you. I know that staying here means no more playing in the woods and no more school either. I'd have to say goodbye to my friends, my teacher. Dubar, who watched tears well in the corners of her doctors letting us and trust different. I could send you to your aunt in Perthshire for enough and safe, or I can enroll you at a secluded school where the teachers will look after you. Mom, how can you be so calm? That's gone. Everyone else has left, and now you want to send me away. You aren't sad. Why won't you cry? Aren't you sad? There's no room for tears, not for me, and not for you. She raised her feet and approached Clinder, still nesting beneath the gnarled old tree. This isn't your burden to bear, Adeline. The person waits as her daughter sobs, even the wind seems to still in patient anticipation. Honeyed words. Ooh. Mrs. Owen. Ah, yes, that's the person I know.
What an utterly ruthless
Tender
woman.
yet artless. Which among which is the most mysterious of all arcanists. Rhiannon scratched her cheek at Alas as Dr. yelled to defend her mother, but she knows Mrs. Owen is right.
Then what?
I heard you fought with towards the eve of your 16th birthday and stormed off. Eh? これも16だから。No, I mean, I wouldn't call that a fight exactly. Mom was only trying to comfort me. I just didn't want to listen, so I left. Oh, ran away from home, did you?
I didn't.
No, nothing like that. I wanted to see home again, our old home, just for a visit to pay my respects to Ted and the others. 危ないかもしれない。だから、baby stay. The leaf-covered ground gives away, sending her plummeting into it with only a quick burst of arcane keeps her from hitting the bottom. Trouble always comes without warning. Diagonally queen, for two lords to fall in, crouched at the edge. He pitched down and calls out worried. I'm fine. The pit reeks of rot and metal. The sack of rope net rigged at the bottom sends a bed of cold dripping down her back. What is that? Do we get something? Go and check if it's a big one. Oh yeah, Mada iru no kai. We also can process what's happening. The sound of footsteps and clanging metal close in from outside the trees. Take them away. She grabs a fledgling from her shoulder and holds it up, trying to get it to fly, but the malicious voices boom too close for escape. Behan, quick turn invincible. Eh? Quick turn invincible. Behan mo iru no? Cinder has already concealed himself within the light, but the two flakings clinging to Adeline have yet to master that trick. Several rough avaricious face all around the pit edge. あ、そうだったね。これもう16歳だったから、米飯はもう少しでかくなったはずなんだよね。米飯はもう1年くらい ?1 歳くらい ?1 歳になったのか。Oh, it's a girl and she's got some cheeks. The tip off was money well spent. It was young elderly queens. Oh, eh. Just imagine the abundance we can get for those on the black market. A hand snatched at the shoulders. The frightening fledglings crouch and puff their feathers. Everybody reacts before her mind can. She throws herself to the far side of the pit, but she's not far enough to escape the greedy closed fingertips that graze her collar. As she says the clean of thrown weapon above her, appalled at the attack step. Wait, don't hurt them or me. She tilts her head back. Moonlight filters through the canopy above to her like her smeared face and the helpless panic expression she was on display. I didn't tighten her hold on fledglings. Perhaps it's her imagination, but the little bird seems to understand. The bigger ones sell for more, right? That's what you're after. Full-grown birds. She hopes to sell the idea that she's stealing herself to divulge a secret. I know, plus there's a nest, more than one, but if you let me and the fledglings go. The poachers look at each other with narrowed eyes, weighing her words. Like that's one and well for you.
Of course.
Because I'm a hunter, so I know these woods. I came across the nest by accident. It's well hidden in a room to the east. It's where I found this one's look. Convinced by the fledgling in her arms, they drop a rope into the pit. Climb up. Adeline settles the fledgling back onto her wound, grabs the ropes and pulls herself out. She may have made it out of the trap and back into the moonlight, but she can't help feeling as though she stepped into a former dangerous cage. This way, let's go. Ruins前の家はいろんなトラップあったからね。あるから。She points to what she remembers to be escaping just the right amount of fear in her voice. It's a bit of a walk. Don't try nothing. The lead poacher pats his holster weapon, letting his presence finish the thread. Of course, as long as you're willing to spare me and my birds. And if you could deal with the large one at the nest, it'd be even more grateful. Got it over your head with the big one, did you? Yes, I mean, I stole this from the nest, so... Oh, these other queens are known to hold grudges. Yes, exactly, that's why the big ones won't leave me alone. But after hatching them, caring for them, I can't bring myself to give them back. Ha, you've got nerve. I'll give you that. The poacher shoved her forward and they set off. Adeline leads them with a limp and a nervous smile on her face. Every step she takes weaves another thread into a dangerous life. Her palms are clammy, but the jolly wind dries them somewhat. She wants to believe it's Clinder silently watching from above. I have to do this. She has to keep up the act either until an opportunity presents itself or she's backed into a corner. Pam 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 pam. 15日映画も Walking Willow. まずはスキル Ultimate Damage plus Basic Attack Damage plus Skill Damage down minus 25% after each cast. Wow. Basic Attack Damage. The dance features you had some moment of enlightenment. 同じだね。The Unsolved Storybook, Sleeping Mentor, and Little Hidden Cave. You fell and slowly down. Skill damage, defense, attack, skill damage, basic attack damage. Minus は好きじゃない。Sleep, safety and critical attack, surfing by yourself. When Ice Crystal are triggered, enemy magic down, defense up, max HP up. Rough day magic minus. Some instance level calls you out from the world. You pick a tethered or incantation prevention, or so he claimed, reciting the entire life you did and realizing someone clearly made this up. An unavoidable skirmish strike this sound. An enemy will only grow stronger. Battle. Another miss. Fires one fly like every 2 rounds. All flying likes have a chance to trigger ice crystal. Repose rate up. Even tracer buried, dipper, and critters. Critters no yeah. Expert skill. Fire one flying like each round. Flying like trigger stable time when entering battle. Basic attack. Meal berries. Magic plus XP plus follow up rate up, follow up attack up, stacks until battle ends. Gains gradually increasing stackable HP recovery. Follow up critical hit. Follow up critical rate on critical hits. Follow up rate. HP Kaifuku Shioka. Loving prepare meal fledging valuable. Battle. Pum, 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 pum. 回復してないじゃん。1HP しか回復してるんだけど。さっき170まで下がったけど、1HP 回復した。1しか回復してない。Magic up each round. Ultimate Magic plus. Follow up rate. Stacks until battle and さっきこっちでいいか。Follow up rate. Stacks until battle and flying like damage up. Magic down. Stackable HP. まだ選んでるのはこっちだけじゃん。仕方ないな。ベト。160。Max HP at the start of run. Repose rate. Another battle. 166 34 HP 回復してない。Magic minus max HP plus magic minus defense plus. You buy amulet from high level woman. The neighbor says he has charm making method pass down family lost money. Yet wished for a safe journey less. No trouble at all. Magic minus なんだか。So around was amulet is your hand started some kind of critter on a solid baby feelings. はあ。バトル多いね。そろそろ HP 回復してほしいなんだけど。回復した。36。On the 5th round, unleash 5 bolts of lightning. 30 rounds to recover large amount of HP at start of the round. Fires 1 in every 2 rounds. 回復。Max HP minus. Haha. Another battle. $115 回復してない。パンパッパッパッパッパッパン。Searching Wrath。あ。Here it is. The breeze carries a familiar scent. No longer the sweetness of the orchard. It's all ash and crisp, so deep into the soil and rubble that no amount of rain could hope to wash it away. A few burned and broken walls, skeletal remaining poking out from a grave, are all that remains of her home. Said she hoped to get calm back to her, the crackling of burning wood, her own panic cries, and the other liquid mournful calls. Whatever joy her 16th birthday should have brought is replaced by something else. A marrow deep guilt she'd never been able to shake. Now in this chart that drains it wakes again, for more terrible than before. If only I'd been braver, if I hadn't frozen. The climber hadn't needed to rescue me. If he'd just stayed with that, he might have. Again and again she is punished herself for this sin, for not being enough. Leave Aderin. A childlike voice in the back of her mind called between calm and crying commands her. Turn invisible, turn back. Go back to the orchard and force the rituals. You can't afford another mistake, so leave it to someone who won't make one. Wait for Mom, she'll handle it. There's the voice again, timidly attempting. She can't deny that its logic is sound. Invisibility. She finds safety in the idea, like a siren call. It feels dark yet almost irresistible. She can feel the arcane energy she inherited from her mother steering. It's desperate to console her, desperate to wipe away every trace of her presence. One incantation, one of the few she knows by heart, and she would vanish. She could lift these poachers to a stronger, more reliable witch. Now they're in goal. His steps slow, coming just shy of a complete stop. Her grips on one tighten and faint glow manifests around her trembling hand just as she about to release the arcane energy. She catches the glint of her little companion's eye. Behind wide bright eye reflects her own hesitant face. Layered on top of it is another pair of eyes looking right back at her. They're the same eyes that watched her from the source's crown right until the bitter end. They are eyes filled with both despair and resolve, eyes that despite it all never back down. You have to leave before it's too late. No. Kaisen to Chiteru. She grips her wand. The arcane glow has expanded to engulf her white knuckles. I could make a mess of everything again, and maybe I'm not really sure what I ought to do, but I won't just lead the dangerous well and push my responsibility onto someone else. I'm proud of you, Aderin. The voice fades. What are you dragging your feet for? Come on, get moving. She draws a deep breath. The cool air thick with us and memories fills her lungs and sweeps all thought of retreat from her mind. This is it, gentlemen. Here, the poacher whooped in triumph and began searching the charred rain for their quarry. Now, crimson flames surged from her bone and searing the wrist of the paw-wielding poacher. Moyas. The paw falls to the ground as he clutched his arm and began rolling in the dirt. Adrian doesn't hesitate. A second Draco draw is already charging in her wound. The banana, you were up to something. The poacher's hand flies to the weapon at his hip. Draco draw. Oh, baku banget. Juga bagus there. Her flame shatter the projectile just as it leaves the barrel. She never entered a firearm before, never really understood how it worked. The shower of hot sparks and metal slugs caught her off guard. Ugh. The surprise sends her stumbling back. Some kid you turned out to me. Those 2 chicks of yours will more than make up for the trouble, though, wouldn't you say? This is the leading pros raise her weapon again. The rise his weapon again. The wind shift without warning. The grey soldier plunges in the header. The net. A large net with an airy shimmer drops right in the cleaner box. The sun it emits makes Adrian's skin crawl, but it is the cry of pain and fury that Clinder lets out that truly breaks her heart. No longer able to sustain his harmonization of light and shadow, the illusion blurring him falls, leaving Clinder fully exposed. It will usually work. A fully grown other a live one. So the bloody bread, no, she tricked us, but it don't matter one bit. We've never lost a big one. The poacher celebrate their catch, but Adrian doesn't move just yet. She bends down. Her fingers sinks deep into the blackened earth in search of a pulse of the last sign of life in her long dead home. Our defensive ritual. The arcane resistance to the faintest threat, weaving through the scattered dirt and the remnants the well. Water returned to the earth, its stolen piece. A low rumble rises from below. What's that? Witch of water. Ingredients can raise the water and one by one, ushering contestant place across the dead earth and an underground river breaks through. What? Now, the water curls around their head like pythons seizing their air with contenders. Oh. As the words go down, Adrian springs towards her ensnared companion. She throws herself over the fallen bed and cuts the sinister net away with precise arcane skill, taking care not to injure Clindor. Once Clindor goes his head to notch Adrian's forehead with his Clindor Adrian. Ukasang kita no. Oh, what the? 人を殺したね。self defense なんだけどさ。別に人を殺したね。Cause a gentle wind. A travel-worn Dobarchi stands at the edge of the source's crown, silky hair loose and tangled over her shoulder. Her eyes are wide with shocks and worry that hasn't quite settled. She scrambles to her feet. Why now did you know I was here? The ritual was triggering and, well, called mother intuition. She hurries to her daughter's side, starting over every nick and scratch. What happened? You're hurt. satisfied that her daughter is otherwise safe, the way she turns her piercing gaze on the poachers. Adrian pulls her shoulder back, and though her voice is still somewhat shaky, she recounts what happened with more than a little bit. Shinde nakata no ka? Aitsura. Poachers just like that time they wanted other queens, but me and Cleaner we beat them. She points eagerly at the aqua cold ritual aftermath. Cleaner protected me and I activated your ritual and I protected him. After the flock, I didn't run, I faced them. She draws a breath and meets her mother's eye.
I can do this!
But I could do it. I'm brave enough now, aren't I? But her mother doesn't allow her any celebrations just yet. She looks over those extraordinarily bright eyes that still chill white, at the bloodied scraps and bruises that cover her from head to toe. Her voice is sharp and stern. Wait, did you ever think you needed to prove it to me? I didn't stand. All the sword of bravery and victory lodged in her throat, choking her. She blinks as she hasn't quite understood the question. Because you kept the nice secret, you protected Cleaner and the fledgling, you even activate my ritual. You know at your age I struggle to even like a fire. Honto ka? She speaks with careful, weight and words. All of that is remarkable, far beyond anything I expect of you, but I didn't. She paused, looking into her regular bewildered eye, reaching for that note of doubt within that never came loose. Why would you think you have to prove your bravery to me? I couldn't protect them. I felt so many times too bound with Cleaner, and yet you never blamed me for any of it. Never asked anything of me. I thought I'd let you down, that you'd given up. No, I didn't. I only thought that I shouldn't bear the whole family burdens alone. Spirits, crutch, and all that comes with them on my own. Your father, your cousin, all the others who fell, they were robbed of their chance to move forward. But I thought if I could shoulder it all, then perhaps at least you could fly
I
free.
never would have imagined you felt that way.
I never. Her voice carries no blame, only deep confusion and love tingled with the remnants of grief. From the moment you ran back into the fire for our family, from the moment you choose to stay quietly caring for the fledglings, enduring the loneliness without ever complaining. Now from the very day you were born. Iyo, Cassandra ni. You've always been the bravest girl I could ask for, and one I couldn't be more proud of. That courage has always been inside you.
You could never let me down.
But
Cleaner clues as if to echo the virtue word. He shakes out the feathers the net had flattened and rises unsteadily to his feet, wind stirring up a gust of wind in the process.
Glinda,
You heard she shouldn't. Ooh, I didn't. Oh?
you can talk.
All at once, the world and its sounds fade. The breeze sweeping through her home's remains. Her mother breathes the soft rustle of the valley trees all are miles away. She looks into the other liquid's great golden eyes and sees herself staring back. A startled face, eyes holding back their crystal clear yet so unfamiliar. Then there's a voice, heard not through her ears but somewhere in the depth of her heart.
You seek answers in books, in the arcane skills they teach you. Yet never have you ever listened to your own heartbeat.
Her biscuits in her chest.
Jawa and I are waiting. Till the day you see yourself.
Iba kita dowaku. Wa ga hairu mitai na kanji no. Dowaku. The voice speaks with relief. This has been a long time coming. The chains that bound her innermost self snap, and the shell that shielded her heart cracks open from within, broken by a light that has always been there, a light finally given the chance to shine. The bone from that night, the one sealed by the order to leave her behind. Tears set down her cheek. Tears only for herself. For the girl who ran into the place only to find herself helpless within them. For the girl who practiced her arcans alone by the water. For the girl who stumbled her way to present when down by her own perceived shortcomings.
Ma'am.
There's nothing to be sorry for, my Rhiannon. Slowly acknowledge your burn with leader. You can finally set out now. Commandant Red needs you for. I'm not going in there. Oh, on your 12th birthday, your answer was to stay. You gave up the open sky and released yourself to the earth instead. You made a choice vehicle. Now you're a young woman, already 16. Are you not curious what the world has to offer?
Adventure.
It's so
No.
hard to choose. Back home, there's a familiarity. I know what it is to be happy there, but outside I can't. So what's coming? Before I didn't know whether. I tell you the truth, I still don't. She looks up, her eyes shining bright. But here I am outside in the great unknown. And now I want to see all those places from Mom and Dad's bedtime stories. Her tone is confident, free and certain, as though she is at last confirming a long-held truth. I see. Well, would you look at the time? Morning already. I won't keep you any longer, Rhiannon. Go and see all there is to see. Mrs. Owen, now satisfied, escort her guests out with the same resolve she'd shown when she insisted Rhiannon stay the night. Rhiannon leaves the inn, then turns the waves to Mrs. Owen.
Goodbye, ma'am. We'll write to you as often as we can.
Mrs. Owen passes, then her lips curl into a smile.
That's my girl. I figured my disguise was almost perfect.
So when face begin to seven is the husband and Oi! Okasan kayo. Though somewhat obscured by the black veil, the sharp, elegant feathers that emerge can belong to only one woman. I told myself if you carelessly told a stranger all our family business, I'd have had no choice but to take you home. Testo sareteru. When did you figure it out? The somewhat obscured by the black veil. So. Goodbye, ma'am. Rhiannon gives a proud little flourish with her wand, and the birds adorably scream, fledgling chirp in celebration.
Ma'am.
I know it all along, ma'am. じゃあ、手にはこのホテルの手にはどうなんだ魔法か現実なのか現実 You can walk in willow. Plum white mushroom. Treasure. Ability to run. Basic attack, critical rate. Magic currently deposit in the first round. Deposit. 1, 3, 2. The plot and well after you know so many times and then you find old house. Early enter you knock the ancient door after a long wait. Pale face lady but open and counter. Looking annoyed. No one come begging to trade. Power one save the sword live from an early grave, but if you insist on chasing then hold out your hands. Hold out your hands. Max XP minus acquire one master skill. Oh, nani sore. While that you extend your arm, the woman's icy hand close around your wrist and then a pair of fangs up pressed in. After sting, you feel a portion of your blood drain away. The woman licks her lips and hands you a roll of parchment. A maiden pledge is sweeter, it's true. And so strange transaction conclude and the door slams shut in your face. Kyuketsu nano ka? HP recovery each round. Defense fixed at 0. Yaba. Kyuketsu-jang, majide. Skill damage, full upgrade, repose rate down. Lightning has risen to strike at 1 slam. Hahaha. Kyuketsu naro. You buy amulet, magic minus, max HP plus, magic minus, defense plus. 7 and 7 in the first place. Basic follow-up rate. Follow-up triggers 1 bolt lightning. Max HP. Lucky day. Person getting your first take for HP at the end. Ultimate damage. Fire 1 fly which every 2 round. Niju round nandakedo. Best meal, basic attack, fire 1 fly 2 round. Fire 1 2 round. Let's switch.一応エフェクトちょっと違うのか。Basic attack follow upgrade. On the 5th round, require small mana at the start of each round. Nani? Fire was normally flying damage plus on people unless 5 bolt lightning. Basic attack, skill damage. At the start of run, if HP lightning have to trigger thunderstorm. Thunderstorm. Lucky Day Berry. Pasti kita full upgrade, max HP, defense. Magic minus. Battle. Ichiyo, キャラストーリーも終わったよね。ステージ9は多分、この無限ミニゲームのやつ。無限にやれるやつ。Next step is to strike one extreme. Critically increase the crystal freeze chance and damage. HP recovery up each round. Lightning. Numerous footprint. Magic plus. Critter. Pasti take have chance to trigger ice crystal. Magic up each round pasti take damage. Ice crystal. Defense は0からいらない。ラスト。クリスタル。クリスタル。何今のウルト。はい、終わりました。これ無限にやる。60ラウンドまで。まあ、いいよ。じゃあ、終わりましたと。いや、どうかなリアノンのキャラストーリー。せめて最後にフェルティンと合流したという終わり方だったらもっといいと思うんだけど。まあ。リアノンの過去だけなんだね。悪くないって感じなんだけど、最高って感じじゃないね。メインストーリーの方が結構来るね。でもまあ、少しくらいそのリアノの過去を知ることになるから、悪くはないね。最高ではないけど悪くはない。何点くらいだろう ?10 点の、8はちょっと高すぎない。まあ 8?8 でもいいかもしれない。なぜ8だというと、ちゃんとキャラストーリーとして、そのキャラを紹介しているなんだからね。悪くはない。やっぱ一番微妙なキャラストーリーでアルグスの時かな。他のキャラストーリーは悪くないって感じなんだけど、アンジュナルのキャラストーリーとか結構良かったし、イソルトのキャラストーリーもちゃんとキャラストーリーなんだから、他のキャラのキャラストーリーは結構良かったなんだけど、本当にアルグスだけちょっとなんあれ まあ。というわけで、終わります。次のリバース配信は、グレイスのキャラストーリーやるかどうかわからない。まあ。やろうとしたら多分グレイスのキャラストーリーかな。このコペリアのストーリーは多分、裏でやるかな。いろいろ調べようとしてます。調べようと思います。あと何アネクドとかあんまり読んでないし。これ何あれかなリーラン何かのリーランかそれともこっちわかんないけど、次のリバース配信は多分、ミストレンジャーのキャラストーリーです。多分、はい、じゃあ、見てくれている人がいましたらありがとうございます。ぜひぜひ、チャットなど、コメントなど、軽くしてもいいなので、遠慮なく、チャットなど、コメントなどしてください。では、お疲れ様でした。さよなら。
I've noticed I'm a lot stronger than the other arcanists. Surprising, right? I've been wondering why that could be. Oh, is it because I'm always carrying these birds to and fro? They aren't too heavy, but it is a lot of moving around.